Hey, Luka, there was a several-minute stretch kind of late in the first, around the second quarter, where you guys were struggling to score, and it looked like a lot of it was against their switches. And we had part of this conversation before. What did you see from Golden State, and what did you feel like you guys maybe weren't doing that you then cleaned up in the second half?
I think they were playing good defense. I think we didn't play with enough trust, especially me. So that performance for me is unacceptable. You know, when I play like that, it makes for the team harder to win. So just got to figure that out.
Luka, when you guys have made the push to cut it to 5 in the fourth, what do you think the difference was there that you weren't able to fully make the comeback?
I think we're playing with a lot of pace, you know, causing confusion on the defensive end, you know, slips, sometimes set it, sometimes slip it. So just making a lot of confusion with the switches, and that's how we scored 116 points.
Luka, we saw at the end of the Houston game you took kind of a hard fall on your elbow, taped up today. It was wrapped up pretty big post-game the other night. How's that?
It's fine. It's my left hand, so it's fine. I was shooting with the right. Look like left though.
And then, you know, you haven't had many nights where like you said, the performance is unacceptable. When you're out there and you're searching for momentum and rhythm, I guess, how frustrated were you in the moment, and did you feel like it took you out of some stuff tonight?
Well, I mean, very. It's always frustrating when you can, you know, help your team like that. But you know, I think it's not always about scoring. You can do some other stuff on the court, assists, rebound, defense, all of that. So, trying to help in other ways.
When speaking with JJ, he mentioned that during when you guys went through that offensive lull, some of it was due to not being as organized as you could be. You know, some guys not being in the right spots. When speaking with LeBron, he mentioned that the organization versus freelance is not just important for, you know, the team, but more so the guys like Dorian, you know, Gabe. They feed off of the organization that you guys can create, advantages you guys create. What needs to happen, or I guess who is it on for that organization to be there for a full 48 minutes and to not go through that kind of lull where it's not there?
I mean, it's a little bit on everybody, you know, coaches, me as a point guard, you know, I need to get everybody in their spots. So, you know, being organized is very important for us. I think especially because of spacing that we have. And when we have good spacing, we're very tough to guard.
Last one.
Hey, Luka. What do you think how important it is to have such a kind of a game now and to be prepared in this kind of situation in the playoffs?
Yeah, it obviously felt like a playoff game. You know, obviously the Warriors, since, you know, they acquired Jimmy, they've been playing unbelievable. So it was kind of playoff game, and now we see what kind of team they are. So maybe we can meet them, maybe not in the playoffs. So we just need to be more ready.
Home game on TNT against the Warriors, so you can change over right at 6:59:58. Then Friday, it's a home game against the Pelicans, so another back-to-back. Then it's Thunder on the road, 6th and the 8th, and then the 9th, the Mavericks. Another back-to-back. I didn't realize that.
Keep coming. Huh?
During his pregame media, Redick spoke about fighting for playoff position in the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, we would like to be in the top 4. We'd like to have home court. I think beyond just playing well at home, yeah, it would be nice for our guys to finish in Portland and then be able to be home for 9 or 10 days. I've played in Philly, I've played in Orlando, played for the Clippers. You know, that was 13 of my 15 years in the NBA. Every year we had, you know, 2 East Coast trips or 2 West Coast trips. We've had 5. We had 3 in the month of March. So I think just the travel and just being home, that to me is super important. And then we play well at home. So it'd be nice to get home court.
Perez, the Wild Wild West, changing nightly. Man, a lot of back-to-backs for the Lakers, I feel like, in the last month.
So many. Just keep coming.
You got the Clippers, T-Wolves, and Memphis. Like, they're all tied with the exact same record in that 6, 7, 8 spot. Lakers with a tough final 7 games. What are you seeing down the stretch here?
Well, Geet, I think there's a couple ways to kind of look at it. I mean, the Lakers could go as high as 2. You know, they do play Houston again next week. And if they win that game, not only do they gain ground in the standings, James, but they win the tiebreaker too. So 2's not out of the question. The problem for the Lakers, though, neither is 8. You know, you just got to be really careful this time of year. Do I think they're going to drop to 8? Absolutely not. But these things are all mathematically alive. I mean, that's how fluid really 3 through 8 is right now, separated by 2.5 games. It's just, I don't remember a West this tight down the stretch. I mean, I guess it's good. At least OKC's ran away. So we'll have to, at least someone has distanced themselves from the crowd. But James, it is way up for grabs right now. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun time of year.
Yeah, I've never seen like it's so close this time of the year at the end of the season where you could go from 3 to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a catastrophe
it's
if
not
something
gonna
like that happens. So it makes these last games, which Lakers have a really one of the most difficult schedules, it almost puts you in playoff mode. Not there yet, but it almost puts you the importance of the games, and you don't want to, drop. So yeah, it's critical that they finish strong and try to stay at a place where they're going to have at least home court advantage the first round. That's the ultimate
key.
goal
Absolutely.
for me.
It really is the key, James, because we talked about this on our podcast. Like, is there a matchup you would like to avoid, or is there a matchup that you would like to have? And really, if you look at every single team, there's not one team where you're comfortable going in. It's going to be a battle no matter what. I guess if you could choose an opponent, you think Memphis, who's sliding.
Sure.
It's a good matchup. Rookie coach who's had, 9 games going into the
If that,
playoffs.
right.
So maybe them, but, is there one you would avoid if you could?
Well, yeah, I do agree with you. Memphis is a team you want to play. They've lost 7 of 8. I kind of worry about Minnesota and the Clippers, too.
Clippers.
Both those teams are really playing well. The Clippers have won 9 of their last 11,
Scary
James.
right now.
And I don't want to say I want to avoid them because I think it would be fun for the city of Los Angeles. The Lakers and Clippers have never met in a playoff series.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that? I mean,
crazy.
I know when you were playing, James, the Clippers, part of the time they were down in San Diego still, right?
Yeah.
I mean, before that, they were the Buffalo Braves. I mean, this Clipper franchise has been around for 50 years, 50-plus years. And how they never met the Lakers
it's crazy.
in any playoff series. And, of course, the Clippers were good 10 years ago, but the Lakers weren't 10
I
years
was watching you guys' podcast, and you guys were talking about how it's been since 2012.
Yes, since we hosted.
We've never had home court since you and I worked together.
No,
in LA.
2020, but it was the bubble.
Yeah.
That was our year where we would have had the
yeah.
1 seed all the way through.
Didn't feel like that was
No.
13
so
years, James,
That's crazy.
since the Lakers hosted a playoff series.
The last
in
time
LA.
was the Denver series in 2012.
Yep.
Because then they were the 3 and they went to the 2, which was OKC, and they lost.
And you were naming some of the players on that team.
Yeah.
We did Kenneth Fareed, Danilo
was coming back.
Gallinari,
The
Ty
point
Lawson,
guard from
your guy.
Carolina, yeah.
There you go.
Woo! It was big game watching the pod.
I watched
big game.
I watch you guys, man. Come on now.
Appreciate that. Now that it's on TV, it's more accessible.
Makes you a little, that makes you feel good, Bryce. All right, Lakers and Warriors are about 30 minutes away from tip-off over on TN2. I know it's important for the guys. Time for Access 360, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good time.
Lakers small ball lineup has been